Thank you for the raid, Joe Schmo. Holy shit. This is so
Am
unexpected.
I here?
You're here.
Are we live?
We're live. Everything is going down today, guys.
If you
Uh,
need me to do any back end work for you, just let me know, Juice. I'll be
alright,
hanging
for
out
sure.
over here.
So, if you guys missed the Joe Schmo stream, first of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why were you not in the Joe Schmo stream? But we went
You
over a
fucking
little bit.
losers.
Yeah, literally. What the hell? We literally went over a little bit of the new H3 podcast, which was just the most brutal destruction of idubbbz and Anissa that I think I've ever seen. I think it hits harder than any of the fucking videos that have been made about idubbbz before, specifically because it confirms a lot of the things that we already were sort of speculating about in terms of Anissa and idubbbz's relationship dynamics and all that stuff. So we are going to watch that. I don't know if we're going to finish the full thing today, but at the very beginning of the stream, while Joe is still here, I want to watch the
Yeah,
idubbbz.
dude.
What is this video called?
It's
Fucking
about empathy. No, 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 no. It's about
tone
concern
policing,
trolling.
concern trolling. Yeah, it's one of
it's
those.
it's about the premise for the entire content cop. Concern trolling.
Concern trolling. Oh my god, dude. All right, here we
Dude,
go.
I've been watching idubbbz for 10 years now, and I gotta say, I'm genuinely concerned, man. What happened?
I know. I know. It's saying. Here we go. Let me stream on Discord for you. I think it'll be a little easier.
Israel Gaming was the funniest shit ever.
Dude, I
I was
lost Israel
watching
Gaming. I need to
Chud.
download it again.
I was watching Chud when that aired, and then I realized that Brandon made it, and I
Brandon
was
made
like,
it.
"Yo, it's my fucking boy. That's Bungie, dude. Brandon is Bungie."
Yes. Wait, that could be true, actually. Why can't I figure out what I'm doing?
Maybe, dude.
Yeah, I lost Israel Gaming. My
Hmm.
hard drive. I have an SS. I have two SSDs and a hard drive, and my hard drive was the thing that had all of the Jar Juice stuff on it, the graphics and like all my thumbnails and all my old videos and everything were all on that.
Fucking idiot.
And
Fucking
I put in
moron.
this new hard drive, this new SSD, and it's like a really nice like 4 terabyte NVMe. And then within like a few
Dipshit.
days, my fucking hard drive stopped working.
You fucking moron.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? What's going on with me?
Georges, why can't I give you money?
I don't need money.
You need to get 500 fucking subscribers,
I
Georges.
do. I do. Honestly, I feel like
I'm
once I start receiving donations, I'm gonna like feel weird about it.
No, it's okay, Georges, because if you're anything like me, nobody will donate.
True.
So you don't have to feel weird about it, because nobody gives you any money.
Dude, Bagel got me. Bagel got me with an SSD nuts. What the fuck?
SSD's nuts.
All
Yo,
right.
Bagel, did you see idubbbz and Sniper Wolf secret? We leaked idubbbz and Sniper Wolf secret
Yes.
relationship, dude. We leaked it in the last stream. That's a real thing.
I cannot
I don't
believe
know if
that
Georges
picture
wants to bring it
exists.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
I can
let me
link
pull
you
it
it.
up.
I'll
Link
link
me
you it if you want.
Actually, I can find it on Twitter real quick.
This
Guys,
blew
follow
my
me, Joe
fucking
Schmo.
mind, guys. Wait, you can find it on me, yeah, because I retweeted
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Get over to Twitter and blow it up. Blow
Why
it
is
up.
my computer lagging so much right now? idubbbz and Sniper Wolf. Does Anissa know about this? I am concerned. No troll. What is this?
Dude, she didn't even spell his name right.
Why does this picture exist? What's going
Dude,
on here?
idubbbz and fucking Sniper Wolf were dating, bro.
They were dating.
He was cheating on fucking Anissa with Sniper Wolf, dude. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Honestly, I think that's what's going on in this picture. What other explanation is there for this?
It's crazy that that photo exists.
I cannot believe
Like,
it.
where were they? What were they doing?
Look at this, the face of this young man. He's fallen so far.
They both were stinky together. They
Yeah.
were being stinkies together, dude. What do you think they smelled like together?
Oh, that's true.
United.
Oh yeah, idubbbz smells bad apparently. He doesn't
And
shower.
then so does Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf also doesn't. No, Sniper Wolf doesn't. Maybe not shower. Sniper Wolf does not shower.
Damn.
This has
Really?
been confirmed. Have you watched? Yeah, have you watched the Nerd City video that Nicholas Diorio hates that I like?
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. I like Nerd City.
Yeah, I like him too. He's a bit of a
Alright.
schizo. But yeah, that happened, guys. That
Ian,
happened, man. Real thing.
Ian's with the worst possible human. Yeah, he really is. Why did Snow delete his Discord? I have no idea. But hopefully he'll be
Probably
back.
was all the, and I think it was the pictures.
The pictures. What does that mean?
You know.
All right. Let's get into concern trolling by idubbbz TV.
I'm excited, dude.
Thankfully for me,
Oh my god, my computer is not working very well.
Can I explain the irony of this for
Yeah,
those
go
that
ahead.
may not need it? idubbbz, a master of irony. Many would believe that his entire content cop on H3 was somewhat of a concern troll. So that makes this being the follow-up video funny. That's all I have to say.
That's so true.
Thank you.
What is happening with my computer?
Majority of this video already recorded. This is just a little addendum. I think an addendum is
Snowman's here. Let's go. Wait, hold on. We gotta fix this.
Bro, take it off. Juice. You can't handle the 1080p, bro. You gotta bog her down.
It's like the RAM or something. Wait, hold on.
You gotta bog her down, brother. I'm going from. I'm in school right now for fucking hardware stuff. I should help you fix this.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Actually, I'm an IT major.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
My buddy has a bachelor's in IT. I'm
That's
just going for my A+.
I just got my A+. If you need help with studying for it and stuff, let me know.
Oh shit, dude.
I'm
gonna have to hit you up because I've been struggling, dude. I've been struggling, brother.
Yeah, I will help you out. I passed it, and I was like so scared that I wasn't gonna pass it. Because when you take the test in person, it's like harder than any of the online practice tests, and like you feel like you failed it, and then you pass. It's super weird.
Well, I don't have any background in that field.
I'll help you
professionally. So yeah, I'm just trying to move up in the world because I'm not a fucking loser, bitch.
We gotta relaunch fucking.
God damn it, Juice. You have so many problems.
I know. I think it's the Discord stream. Hold up. This is crazy.
I mean, you could just kill the Discord stream.
We got 2 IT guys, and we can't figure this out.
I'm a hardware technician, brother.
I have the majority of this video already recorded. This is just a little addendum. I think an addendum is something that you put at the end. But this is a pre-dendum.
Wait, check.
I'm throwing in a little pre-dendum. Something that I've been
wow, it really was a 1080p enhanced bitrate.
With for a long time on YouTube is concern trolling.
We're in full resolution 480p right now. Let's go.
What I really struggle with is not identifying concern trolling. The difficult part of it is when there are people who have authentic concern out there. And
I'm streaming. I gotta stop my stream.
Are concerned over.
Let me try streaming my.
So I'm like,
my window
oh fuck! I'm giving in to the concern trolls by addressing, you know, this segment of the population or this segment of my fan base who have genuine concerns. So I don't want to let the trolls
start it over, bro. That was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Now, thankfully for me,
I have the
majority of this video.
I don't know. Strange apparitions are dying.
Recorded.
His new like ironic fashion is so fucking stupid. Oh, his little mic thing.
It's fucking crazy. Look how wild I am. You see the ha 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 on the tombstone? Isn't that fucking crazy?
I wish his tattoos looked like this instead of the tattoos that he has.
No, I don't. That's awful. That'd be awful. I have a Rick and Morty long sleeve. Looks better than that.
Is something that you put at the end.
You should get a Rick and Morty tattoo. That would suit idubbbz's personality a lot.
This
on his
is
fucking head.
Pre-dendum. I'm throwing in a little pre-dendum. Something that I've been struggling with for a long time on YouTube is concern trolling. The thing that I really struggle with is not identifying concern trolling. The difficult part of it is when there are people who have authentic concern out there and the concern trolls are concerned over the same thing. So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm giving in to the concern trolls by addressing, you know, this segment of the population or this segment of my fan base who have genuine concerns. So I don't want to let the trolls inhibit my ability to communicate to my fans or people who are confused out there. So I want to talk about...
Why is my computer struggling so much with this? I'm so sorry.
I don't know, mister. I just passed my A+.
What the fuck? What is going on? This has never happened before.
Fucking, I have my A+. It's not that hard. Fuck you, Dad.
The structure of the business and how it's changed over the years and just sort of put to rest.
By the way, he just throws in creator clash stuff in this video about concern trolling. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems kind of terminal online to me. Go idubbbz. The real Wojak has spoken.
GG idubbbz, yeah. It's over for idubbbz. Especially after today, it's super over for him.
I thought you said go
the lies that are being spread out there about Anissa, about me, and about the event. My main incentive for sharing this information.
You might have to fire up Firefox for this. Let's see if that fixes it.
You're gonna have to fucking. You're gonna have to fire fucking. You're gonna have to fire.
Yeah, seriously.
The website for GTA 6 consumes 6 gigabytes of RAM just to be on the website.
Really? What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, that game's gonna be fucked, bro. The website consumes 6 gigs of RAM. The fucking game. The game
That's
is
crazy.
Recorded.
Them boys at Rockstar do not know how to optimize a game. Clearly.
The trolls.
Yeah, my task manager, everything's fine. Except my GPU is like 91% utilized right now. I was assuming it was like RAM, but
my ability to communicate to my fans or people who are confused out there. So I want to talk about Creator Clash. I want to talk about the structure of the business and how it's changed over the years, and just sort of put to rest any of the lies that are being spread out there about Anissa,
I tried watching this at work, and I
about
literally
the
just
event.
got like so annoyed I had to turn it off.
yeah, it's bad.
Like it wasn't even like fun to watch by myself. I'm like, if I'm watching this, it has to be on a stream, because I
feel like-
literally like don't want to watch it by myself.
I feel like I don't even have that much to say about this. Like I just you just watch it and you like feel bad for him that he's so pathetic.
Well, to me, it almost feels like he's trying to get ahead of like criticism. Like, I don't know if he'll mention it or not, but it almost feels like again, he got so much criticism for his content cop being like a concern troll.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like trying to like almost like, in a way, this video is him trying to get ahead of it in some way, shape, or form that I'm not able to fully articulate.
Yeah.
Like how could I be concern trolling Ethan? I'm the concern troll guy. You know, like something like that.
Yeah, and I also feel like, I don't know, he kind of addresses this here too, but like it feels like he's just trying to excuse being dismissive of like genuine criticisms of him. With the concern trolling thing, like, oh yeah, there's so many concern trolls that like I can't even tell who's like serious anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Perhaps.
My main incentive for sharing
What
this
is
information
happening with
is
my
that
fucking... Hold on, I'm gonna try to stop recording. Let's see if this helps. Maybe the encoding is
Yeah, just
using
do
up too
that.
much shit.
No, if you need to do that, just do that.
This is the worst stream ever, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we've been fucking. We're just chilling tonight. We're with our
for
fucking
sharing this
homies. What's up,
information
guys?
is that
Can I see
I
people in chat? Can you chat?
Yeah, everyone
Come on,
chat.
guys.
Everyone
11 people
spam.
watching. No chat movement. Did you know chat's like a video game now where you can win from chatting? Like, watch, I'm about to blow. Wait, maybe you didn't set that up?
Do I need to
You're
enable
not a
that?
partner.
Oh, it's
Tell
for
me you have it.
partners. Okay, I think I
I
fixed
think
this.
it's a beta thing for partners.
No, Brandon, it was the encoder. Because I record and stream at the
Brandon,
same
why
time.
the fuck would that be his SSD? You need to get your shit together, Brandon. You need to learn about computers, you son of a bitch.
My SSD. It was my hard drive that's not in my computer right now. I think that's what it was.
all these things that potentially put
What a
the
fucking
event
idiot.
at risk and put other people at risk, and that's kind of why I
Brandon
wanted
for
to
no
step away
fucking
from this
reason.
event. It feels like it's inhibiting my ability.
I totally fixed that. I'm a tech genius. We troubleshooted it live on stream, and now we are good to go. And now we can enjoy this awesome video by idubbbz. Best video he's
Fuck
ever
yeah,
made.
dude.
Let's see.
Like the business side of things, like inhibits.
This
my
isn't even.
ability
This is
to
not what
communicate
streaming
openly
is.
and
This is
effectively.
not
what
what
a
streaming
podcast
is.
When there's so many
Dude, the funniest thing about that comment was like, he literally said in like episode 1 or 2 of his shitty ass podcast that gets 1,000 views a video, he said like, oh, I just want this podcast to be my emotional dumping ground. And then he used the same terminology describing the H3 podcast.
Well,
Come
'cause
on.
it's all projection. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds cliche and like a low blow to just cast everything off that these people do as projection. But I mean, fucking come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's all there, man.
people counting on me to, do that well. So it's a lot of pressure. And now that Anissa and I have stepped away from it, I want to just clear the air because I don't feel that same pressure that I did when I was part of the event. If you look into charity events, they come in so many different shapes and sizes, and there is really no format that is completely obvious for creator boxing plus
Why is he
charity.
talking about
For
a
the first
charity
Creator
event?
Clash, we had the business
I
model.
think he's trying to address the criticism that people have been saying like, hey, this whole time we thought all the proceeds from the event go to charity, but it turns out that the charity is just like a side donation thing this year. There's no, if you buy a ticket, it doesn't go to charity.
I think you're right, dude. Is he actually going to cast off like all of the concerns for the authenticity of the charity aspect of his event as concern trolling? Is that what this whole thing is?
You know, that might actually be it. The way that I interpreted the video was like he threw in this thing about Creator Clash within this idubbbz complains video because he wanted to address it and he didn't want to upload its own video. But maybe they are like, maybe he is trying to imply that they're connected. I don't know.
Dude, that's what he does, man. He clearly can't see the point. Get it? Because his fucking eyes are fucked up. He's fucked up eyes.
After everyone has been paid for, you know, the expenses of the event, all profits go to charity. That was the business model, and it was successful. Thankfully, it worked out the first year. Now, some people will be critical of one of the costs being parties for Creator Clash 2 and actually Creator Clash 1 because that's where we got the idea from. It was very successful for Creator Clash 1, or the event was successful. We don't know if the party worked to encourage people.
Wait, am I correct? I thought that Creator Clash 2, the difference was that the parties were paid for by them. Like Creator Clash 1, the parties were like a thing that they threw, somebody else threw on the side. It wasn't an official event party. Creator Clash 2, they threw like 3 parties themselves.
I think that we just know a lot less about Creator Clash 1 parties because the event was a financial success.
Yeah.
And we just, as a public, we know a lot more about the Creator Clash 2 parties.
Right.
Because of the scrutiny the event went under for being a financial failure.
True, yeah. I'm really curious. I would like to look at like, because I know that Creator Clash 1 was a financial success. I'm curious to know how different it was in structure to like how Creator Clash 2 and 3 are supposed to be.
Well, they say, and I believe that it was structured the same. The problem is they like made like, the arena for the first event was very small.
Yeah.
The arena for the second event was ridiculously large. They were right across the street from Taylor Swift, for God fucking sakes. That's another thing. They planned their event the same week that Taylor Swift was the same day that Taylor Swift was in town performing across the street. I was there, bro. It was a fucking catastrophe. You couldn't get into Tampa.
That is crazy.
Like, you couldn't get into Tampa. I had to pay some guy to just take my fucking car and park it somewhere for me and come back with my car after the event was over.
God damn.
Yeah, dude. It was awful. So it was like many. So that everything about the event was just poorly done. I mean, they just don't plan. They don't plan correctly. And they did not do enough to make sure they would have money left over for the charities.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why we know about all these parties, because that's where the money went.
For sure.
You know?
And I feel like
kids paid for those parties.
Literally though, like actually. I feel like the first event, because it was a success, like, I mean, this might be a really obvious take, but I feel like they just tried to scale it up thinking that it's going to grow the same amount every single year. That was like a major misstep, just assuming that it was going to be bigger because it was the second year.
Or Anissa just needed to look big.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
I mean, QT Cinderella does the same shit. I mean, she needs to beg her audience for money to throw her fucking streaming awards every fucking year or whatever.
She pisses me off, and I don't know. I can't even put down exactly why she pisses me off, but like the way she talks.
Because she's fake.
She's so fake, right?
She's very, very fake, and she lies. She won't blatantly lie, but like, you know, like I have a video about her going over her whole thing with begging, not begging, but she was manipulating Twitch's advertisement system to make more money for her event.
Yeah, she was telling people to leave it on in the background and stuff too.
Yeah, and she was like pleading with her audience, being like, "Oh, I barely make any money. I'm not making any money," and like, which is clearly not the case. She's a fucking millionaire, and if you're not making any money, it's because you didn't plan the event correctly.
Right.
Like, literally, like it's. So she does shit like that, and then she tries to validate it after the fact and cry victim.
True.
That's why I don't like her.
Promote the event, but that was the idea. You get a bunch of creators to show up to a fucking hotel the night before their fight, and they're going to post about it on social media, and the internet will be abuzz. And the event was successful, so we thought that strategy of having, you know, a little hubbub, a little hullabaloo before the event and after the event was a good idea. So we ran with that strategy again, hoping that creators will post about it and be excited about it and buzz will be generated, but it didn't happen. Or maybe it did happen, but it just didn't sell tickets. I would cross that off my list as a learning experience of, well, if you do this strategy, you either gotta force people to post about it or you have to fucking, I don't know, not do it. You gotta make sure that people are slapping each other during the weigh-in. That's probably what I'd change it to, because it's cheaper, you know? It's a lot cheaper if people slap each other during the weigh-in. I just wasn't about it.
So, dude, that's so lame.
Yeah.
He's like trying, correct me if I'm wrong, he's trying to validate why he had to spend all this money at the weigh-in.
Well,
and then he's like acting holier than thou because they weren't like aggressive with each other at the weigh-in for the entertainment. They did other stuff.
Yeah, he's literally being holier than thou. He's saying that like the way that other boxing events promote the fight is they create all these like crazy viral clips by having the fighters beef with each other, even if it's fake beef and like they seem like they're actually pissed at each other. People are gonna want to watch the fight, which is true.
Dude,
That's
all
like
this
how
has
it
been so
works.
far is all this has been so far is like justification for Creator Clash and the way it was ran, and he's like disguising it as like it's something else.
Yeah,
like literally, like all we've heard him talk about so far is only his first point was we had to do all this stuff. This is all the stuff that we did for Creator Clash for the weigh-ins, and we could have went the cheaper route. We could have had the fighters slap each other. That would have been much easier.
we could just be like every other event
a little differently. Yeah, we could just be like every other event. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Fuck this guy.
So
holier than thou, my ass. You
so
suck, bro.
lame how they don't want drama, like even fake drama around the event. So stupid. Like the Froggy Fresh thing was like the best possible promotion for the event that he could have asked for. That was the single thing that got people talking about Creator Clash.
And why is he acting like it costs more to sing Kumbaya and be friendly with each other at the weigh-in?
Yeah.
He's like pretending like, no, we actually needed all of this junk and bullshit for the weigh-in, or else we would have had to fight we would have literally had to start slapping each other in the face. There'd be no other way. What would we do? It's like, it's not even true. Like, he's just a fucking idiot, dude. This guy's so stupid. This is why I couldn't I tried to watch this at work today. And I'm like, this guy's actually just so fucking stupid. I can't watch this by myself. It's not fun.
Whenever he's talking, like my brain just like turns off. Like, legitimately.
He's a fucking idiot, dude. He's stupid as hell, dude.
He's stupid and he's boring as fuck. He's not even the slightest bit entertaining. Like, I can't sit and watch him.
And he talks down. He's like stupid as hell.
Yeah.
He makes no good point. And the entire time he's doing it in a condescending manner. It's like not even entertaining. It's not even fun, dude. Because he thinks he's winning. That's the thing. Like, you can't even think to yourself like, oh, everyone's going to roast him for this. Because he thinks they're all just incel haters. And he's actually 10,000 IQ Chad. Like, he thinks he's winning, bro.
Seriously.
Like, so it's not even fun, bro.
No, he's so delusional at this point. It's crazy. Like, there's been so much legitimate criticism levied at him from, like, middle of the road, non-political people that is, like, good points and everything. And he's just writing it all off as, like, oh,
no, it's concern trolling, dude. You're wrong. Yeah. It's all concern trolling.
Yeah, it's all just concern trolling. In fact...
Yeah, dude, you don't actually care about cancer kids. You just hate me and my wife.
Yeah.
So what if we lost $250,000 that was supposed to go to charity? You don't actually care about that.
We learned our lesson. I promise.
Yeah. You just want to make me look bad as if he didn't already do that himself. Like, fuck, I don't gotta do anything. I'm just pointing out the shit that you did, bro.
Yeah.
I'm literally just pointing out the shit that you did, bro.
They made significantly less on pay-per-view. That was the main reason given for it being a failure. So they coped and said it was
That's what Anissa
piracy.
said, but I call bullshit.
Yeah, I just don't really see
fights
how...
don't get scammed. Fights don't get fucking leaked. Fights don't get illegally broadcasted. That doesn't happen. That only happens to Ian and Anissa.
I think
that doesn't happen to anybody else.
My like perspective on it is like, I feel like Creator Clash 1, it was really exciting because you have never seen idubbbz fight anyone before, and it's like this big event that they were throwing, so it's kind of the novelty of this event being new and stuff. But then for Creator Clash 2, like the hype had already kind of died down. And then they spent all that money on stuff, assuming that it was all going to go the same as the first one. And there was like, people were just less hyped about it. And now I feel like this third one, even before all this drama and stuff, people didn't care about it. People weren't going to go to it. It's just, nobody cares.
I don't know. That was one thing that they said during the videos we were reacting to on my channel. Like I understand that, like, listen, they were running in the negative and they knew they were spending a lot of money on these galas and shit. Sam Hyde had bought $10,000 worth of seats, they said, during
Yeah.
the H3 podcast, and they literally just refunded $10K.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, man, it's pretty bad. And I got to admit, Creator Clash 2 was like a blast. It was a lot of fun. And the seats, like, I'm not saying that the stadium was packed, but I mean, like, there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, like
it
you
was,
wouldn't
a
think
respectable
that it
amount
was a
of people.
failure by attending there. You would think that it did okay.
Yeah, no, I was shocked that it was a financial failure. I don't. Well, we know how they fumbled it. They threw a bunch of parties and spent all over the place when they didn't have to.
They flew out 300 people, dude. They flew out 300 people. That is
They
wild.
rented out an entire hotel. They
Yeah.
rented out an entire hotel the same weekend that Taylor Swift, at the time most popular artist in the world, was across the street from the stadium they were having their boxing event at.
Right.
And that's just pure fucking negligence. That's literally just negligence. That's like literally like fucking idiot hour, dude.
There's no way they even
Like, why would you
realized
do
that.
that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I didn't know it, to be fair, but to be fair to me, I wasn't throwing a fucking boxing event in Tampa, Florida. I was going there. I'm like, why is everything booked? Why is everything so expensive? Why can't I get into the fucking city of Tampa? Why am I
Yeah.
paying a crackhead to park my car for me? Fucking, Taylor Swift's across the fucking street, dude. The city was fucked.
You guys watch SOG's video, a big video about Creator Clash? No, I haven't. Luda Hearts? Do you want to watch this whole Creator Clash segment? I feel like we've covered some good points on Creator Clash. Kind of want to skip to the concern trolling bit.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
A lot of concern trolling around small businesses.
This is the most boring kind of concern trolling.
Got a Bosch clip?
Oh my god, it's still Creator Clash.
Hassan?
Concern troll.
Concern trolling.
Tim
You
Pool?
need to address this issue, man, because you were
What's
offending
under his
the trans
hat?
community. Shut up.
Dude, have you seen the video of somebody ripping his beanie off? It's so funny.
Is he bald?
He's bald, yeah, but it's just funny because he wears the beanie like everywhere. Like he doesn't take it off. He went to a wedding wearing the beanie.
That is such poor concern.
And you could tell he's like really insecure about it too. It's just funny because somebody could pull off his beanie and like you can tell like he's really bothered about his head.
Lindsey Graham did a lot of concern trolling about this.
His concern trolling is empirically wrong.
Oh, dude, this is like the hardest concern trolling I've ever heard in my entire life, dude.
You don't answer to the concern trolls.
Concern trolling about homeless people.
This guy's an example of a concern troll.
Yeah, can you go back to that clip quick?
Yeah.
Hold on, you go back there. I think I saw
Concern
something.
trolling I've ever heard in my entire life, dude.
You don't answer to
This one?
No, the next one.
the concern trolls.
Concern trolling about homeless people.
Nice. Nah.
This guy's an
Yeah.
example of a concern troll.
Concern trolling about fairness.
They sit on the sidelines and they concern troll.
Super Saiyan Solid Snake.
What's up? He traded his
He wore
comments-
his beanie to the White House press.
Did
No
he?
fucking way.
That's awesome.
What a fucking idiot, dude.
He wears his
That's where he
beanie
has his
constantly.
Russian microphone. He has a Russian microphone in his phone. That's where the little tiny Russian is that controls Tim Pool.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if, I mean, it would make sense if he got like some different hats to go with different things. Like, I feel like a cowboy hat is something you can wear to like a formal gathering, actually. I've seen
My
some
buddy
really
wore
good
cowboy
suits.
hats to my other buddy's wedding.
Yeah, they honestly look good with suits, like better than you would expect. That's like the best hat you can wear in a formal event. But this Tim Pool guy, he's just obsessed with his beanie. I don't know why.
Fucking
A lot of
dude.
people do concern troll.
Concern trolling.
As concern trolling.
Concern
This is a really bad intro. Ida's not good at making videos
Concern
anymore.
trolling.
Yeah,
Concern trolling.
not at all.
Essential.
All this basically says to me is like concern trolling seems to just be something that people now say to dismiss
Yeah.
criticism.
We've come up with a word to describe people that are trying to hurt us by masquerading as a friend.
Yeah.
And we have a word for it now, and we're all really excited. It is a social evolution we've come to where we have a new word.
It's like gaslighting.
Yeah, this is just a new word. This isn't a new concept. It's just a new word for an existing concept. But he's like,
Yeah.
this intro is so fucking long. And
Concern
it's just a
troll.
compilation of people saying a word
Yeah.
because there's no meaning behind it yet. Like, fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
That was some expert concern trolling.
Yes.
I've been working on my laugh lately. I'm trying to get it to a level where it's contagious.
Where you believe it? Try and get my laugh to a level where you believe it.
Hello, everyone. Well,
He's just not funny. Like, he doesn't know how to be funny anymore. It's so bizarre because
No.
he was one of the funniest fucking people ever, like 10 years ago.
I believe he is depressed.
Yeah.
And I believe that every drug that he's on, he needs it, or he'd probably fucking kill himself.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe that.
He just looks dead inside. Like, every time you look at him, you could see it in his eyes.
welcome back to another episode of idubbbz Complains. In the last couple of videos,
so cool.
I got a lot of comments. Now, I don't have time to read all
Oh, no,
150,000
dude.
comments, but I also don't want to let down my audience, you know? I want them to know that I hear you. I hear your concerns, and I'm listening. I've put all 150,000 comments into the AI, and I told it to condense it down into a singular...
This is fun. I gotta give him credit for this. This is kind of like a funny concept. This is not the worst joke ever. Oh yeah, I just like took all the comments, put them in a spreadsheet, and made an AI generate one comment off of all of those.
Comment that is representative of the whole. My hope is that the one comment will perfectly represent a small fragment of everyone in the audience.
You're right.
So
I'm not mad at this.
Happy.
It's kind of cool.
It's a funny idea. Like, it's funny, but the problem is he's gonna use it to like ignore what people are actually saying. Like, this is he just turned it into a bit, basically.
You know that he's gonna be like defensive. Like he's gonna like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way he's attacking it. Quite frankly, it's like an interesting way to do it. But yeah. I mean, we'll see what he does with it. We'll see what the AI spit out.
Okay, hold on a sec. So I'm kind of lost. Who's Hassan again? But hey, it's cool to see a content cop after all these years. Still, I gotta say, something feels different, man. Did we lose the plot somewhere? I miss the old days, but whatever. Keep doing you, I guess. Anyway, peace out. I'm gonna go rewatch some Filthy Frank now.
Ace.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a big fan of the one comment because I feel like it perfectly
Because it's really easy for
encapsulates
me to
a
attack
comment
instead
from
of
like
the
a
individual
normie
concerns.
viewer
Yeah.
who maybe watched you 5 years ago, but you know, they don't keep up with the drama or anything. When I first started my research on concern trolling, I was trying to find scholars on the
Your research on it. Did you not know what it was before you made this video? Did Anissa tell him, yeah, you know what? I think a lot of people concern troll you. He's like, what's that? He looks it up and he's like, wait, this would be a perfect video.
Do you think it's what it is?
I think
She's
so.
like gaslighting him away from like listening to anyone's concern by just being like, they're all concern trolling us, right? Right, Ian?
Yeah.
Right, Ian?
I do think that's what's going on.
Concern trolling us, Ian? Do you see that? Is that like has that spawned this video?
I wouldn't be surprised, like, if that happened
I
a
wouldn't
lot.
either.
Like, if he goes to her and he reads like a comment and he's like, yeah, you know, they don't like me, but like they kind of have a point, and she's like, well, no, you're stupid. They're just concern trolling you. They don't actually have your best interest in mind.
I don't even see it going down that way. I see, and Anissa's a little sneaky little fucking snake. I see her seeing the comments and seeing like very, very, very valid criticism of her and their relationship, and she's trying to get ahead of it hitting idubbbz eyeballs by just being like, wow, Ian, did you see all the concern trolling underneath my recent tweet? Isn't that crazy how they're concern trolling me? Don't you hate concern trolling? Like just planting it into his fucking head.
Planting the seed.
Like gaslighting him.
Yeah, you hate concern trolling too, right?
I know it's not, it hasn't been around for that long, but I'm like, surely there's someone
No, it's been around forever. All right, we just have a word for it now.
The art of the troll.
He's mastered that art of trolling.
To my surprise,
that was a really funny clip, idubbbz. I'm glad you put that in there.
That was great, dude. That was a really relevant human being.
Yeah.
I'm like really pumped that you included her.
It was like that was like when in Anissa's old videos when she used to put like little anime gifs of every word, every noun that she would say. She would have an anime gif on screen to explain what she was saying.
On this topic.
Well, it's whimsical. This is all very whimsical. That's how you can tell he's a reformed, cool, jolly guy. Because the whimsy of his videos, it's not taking itself too seriously.
He's just a quirky guy. He's just a lighthearted, funny guy.
Yeah, it's been almost a decade since like the Gamergate time, and go figure, the white guy 8 years later is like, I think Anita Sarkeesian was kind of onto something.
Bro. Gamergate, trigger words.
Come
This guy
on.
fucking sucks, man. This
He's
guy fucking
he's calling himself the
terrible.
white guy, right?
White,
Hold on.
it's been almost a decade since like the Gamergate time, and go figure, the white guy 8 years later is like, I think Anita Sarkeesian was kind of onto something. There was a
Anita Sarkeesian got what was her drama? She got caught.
She was
banging a bunch of like high-level reporter industry people.
No, I think that was that girl was named Zoe or something. I think Anita Sarkeesian is a journalist, and she was just critical of the Gamergate movement. So
and she freaking like banged a bunch of people, and they like pumped her up because they were fucking her. Hold on, I'll find it right now.
Because the person who started it was not Anita Sarkeesian, I don't think. Anita Sarkeesian controversy. She hold on, affair. Almost positive it was her. It was Zoe Quinn. Yeah.
The AI has been thoroughly fucking she has taken over the plot for this because it's all just her receiving threats online if you type in anything about an affair.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm almost positive I looked into Gamergate at one point and she like was in like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I almost am sure that's like what her deal was. I don't really know what her fucking point was either. Like what was the
It was basically just like, from what I understand, I have a very like small understanding of Gamergate, but it was basically like the Zoe Quinn thing kicked off all this discussion about like ethics in video game journalism. People criticizing how this girl was getting a good review on her shitty game because she slept with the reviewers.
You might be right. That was the girl and that's like legitimate criticism that a game is being astroturfed because you're fucking all the reviewers. I mean, that's a legitimate thing to be upset about if you're a video game enthusiast, to be fair.
Yeah, and then it just basically snowballed into this giant like culture war thing where it was like all of the journalists, all of like the lefty journalists couldn't admit any fault in Zoe Quinn or like anything wrong with what she had done and started blaming misogyny and stuff, and then it just became team sports. Yeah, it became both sides were just
well, and that's like the bitch of it too. Like go watch my Yellow Flash video. Like I love going after these right-winger culture war boys, right? I love it. The problem is there are legitimate obvious issues with media.
Yeah.
And that's why they're able to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they obviously over exaggerate it and they're overzealous about it, but there like is like legitimate problems with the way that media is being produced.
Yeah.
And it's like weird, and it's noticeable and people can see it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think what it is people get into these like content, like I don't want to say like rabbit holes, but that's kind of what it is, where they're like they can't believe something very valid to be concerned about is happening, and then they're watching videos about it and they just want more and more content. So these people have to like make up more issues when there aren't.
There is like weird DEI things that go on with like media, and they don't make sense. There's obviously like an intent, like the priority is not making good media. The priority is hitting social fucking like pressure points to like an illicit response. But then if you acknowledge that too much and you get like obsessed, you turn into like a conspiracy nut over it because you see it everywhere you go. All of a sudden, you start jacking off to Sonic the Hedgehog, and you get upset. You get mad when they take skin. They cover up skin on an animated bat.
They covered her arms.
That's what happens. You that's what happens, man. You might media is weird, but just ignore it and move on, or you turn into a freak.
No, it just gets so warped. Like you're 100% right.
A lot of
you start transvestigations.
They're kind of misogynistic too, I think.
Oh my god.
It's crazy what a little CTE.
I don't even at this point, like I have nothing left to say about idubbbz being like all like woke, for lack of a better term. Like it's just I feel like I've already said everything that needs to be said. Like it's just cringe.
No, it's like beating a dead horse. It's like I don't talk about him too much, is because it's like everything. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking idiot, man.
Or the love of a woman will do to you.
Unfortunately, that's not the only species of concern troll out there.
The most obvious definition for concern trolling is when someone is pretending to be concerned about a particular
Wait, she made
subject.
Boogie cry at VidCon? Seriously?
That was
is
a huge
awesome.
drama.
That is awesome.
Happened. That happened. Well, Boogie says it happened.
I hate Boogie.
Boogie says it happened.
Or cause, when in reality, they don't give a fuck. They're just doing it to either get attention, start a fight, derail a conversation. To be honest, it's very effective. Because back in the day, you could identify someone trolling pretty easily, and you can kind of scroll past it. They'd have a name like Shit is Fuckus, and they would say fake and gay. But nowadays, it feels like the average troll is going to give you a paragraph or two, and you will not be able to identify straight away if someone is fucking with you or not. Do they hate me? Are they making a point here? Should I rethink my behavior? What the fuck? It seems like they'll oftentimes give you their fan resume to like prove that they're not just some random.
This is true. This is something that people do, and it's really annoying. I've been a fan of Joe Schmo for 3 years. I've been here since the Cutie Cinderella days, and like I'm just really concerned with your new video. Like that's true. People do.
But what more? But like I don't really get the whole concept of the video. He's like trying to be H-Bomber guy or some fucking shit. Like
yeah.
Like this is like a social phenomenon. Like he's using it as a shield. That's the problem. He's like he is going through controversy right now. He is being accused of these things. So like instead of like a video going over like I don't know like just like the concept of concern trolling and like what even really is there to say about it? Like this is what concern trolling is, like other than diving into the roots of what caused this term to develop, like know your meme. Know your meme video about this would be like interesting to watch. He is not taking that approach. He is using it as like an example of like toxicity on the internet and how it's bad and people are malicious. And he's co-opting that as well as using it as a shield in a way to defend himself from his own dramas. That's why this video is fucking awful.
Yeah. He got a education from Commentary Slopversity. I wonder if this is he taking a dig at his own old content, saying that it's commentary slop, or is he making fun of the people who are shitting on him?
I don't know. I graduated from college, so I can't. My education comes from education.
He spent a lot of time making that. Holy shit! Look at how everything is so detailed. Fan resume, the fan. He literally made up all this stuff.
If you can't make good content, just make more.
Yeah.
Not just some random hater, right? They're not a troll.
This is like Adderall if I've ever seen it. This is the effect of Adderall. Spend like 5 hours making something like this, and then like 2 hours editing your video.
They're a fan.
Bagel, he's trying to say stop being mean to him and his wife, I think is the concept here. I think that's the root of what's going on.
So he's just essentially like he's just dismissing people who are saying they don't like his new content and that they've been a fan for a long time, but they feel like he's fucked up recently and like beyond resurrection.
Like all I'm hearing is, so what if I was taking money from Creator Clash? You don't even care about cancer kids.
Yeah.
You just want to see me fail. That's like what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Personally.
Crap era. They've been supporting you since you made an NFT of your ball sack. I've been subscribed since the Overgrowth Let's Plays. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Overgrowth. Just want to.
I've started to hate when he puts in clips of his old videos because it brings me back like so much. Like, damn. I don't know. And I feel like he's always like condescending to his own old videos, like, oh, look how stupid I was back then. And it's like literal coolest fucking thing ever. That unboxing, spray painting his teeth silver.
He's just a mess, man. He's a mess of a human being.
Hope that you can do better. Hope that you can do better is such a great thing to say. It's like, you're a piece of shit. Part of the reason I want to share this is because I know there are a lot of creators out there who have to deal with this on a regular basis. They have to be the ones to
He's speaking up for all of the poor creators who are too scared to talk about concern trolls. Thank you, idubbbz. Thank you.
Unironically, he is concern trolling right now the concern trolls.
He kind of is.
Unironically.
He kind of is.
Unironically. He is concern trolling.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yes, dude. He's a fucking idiot. He's so stupid.
Authentic and inauthentic. And a lot of the time you just gotta fucking flip a coin or just ignore it outright. And it's really easy to say, like, I would handle that really well because
he's like, you either have to decide whether or not to believe it or just ignore it altogether. Just ignore every piece of criticism. That's kind of what he's been doing, though. That's the thing. Like,
no, this is like him fucking coping. It's like it's projection. This video is like several different things that he's insecure about, and he's projecting it all into this one video on Concern Troll.
It's just his content is all just constantly him bringing up all his insecurities and like passing it off as content. It's just so tiring.
My policy is to not give a shit about any of it. But obviously,
Fucking Walmart
if you do
H-bomber
want to have some
guy.
sort of relationship with your audience or the internet in general, you do have to give some percentage of attention to what's being said on.
No, you don't.
That's going to be different for
No, you
everyone.
don't. Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. You're not real to me.
Don't worry. They already
You think idubbbz would have said that in 2017? Yeah, you have to pay like a little bit of attention to the things people are saying about you.
You don't. Well, I guess if you're like actually like concerned, like maybe I'm fucking up. But that's the thing. The thing is, if you make a video in the level like in commentary where all you're doing is giving like your opinion on something, your take on something, and you're trying to deliver it in an entertaining way, as long as you did your fucking research and you feel like you did a good job and you're being genuine and not bullshitting, what do you need to like look into?
Yeah.
What like obviously look out for comments that are like, actually, you got this wrong. This is how it actually happened. Like those are like, okay, well, fuck, I fucked up the story. But like you shouldn't be worrying about like my fucking Jack's Films video recently was the best one. I don't give a fuck what any of those people have to say because I'm literally just right.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened with the Adam Ruins Everything video. It's like people are like mad at me and they can't even explain why they're mad at me.
I need to
Like,
watch that. I
those
hate that
people.
guy. I hate that fucking guy.
Yeah, he fucked up, man.
strategies. This is kind of like I think this is in all of us, right? Like, if you want
it's not like he makes like a Mr. Beast video. Mr. Beast should be watching his comments because people might not like something he did in the video. But Mr. Beast isn't like opinionative commentary, like take content. Like this is like you should already know what you're talking about and be confident in what you're saying before you post the fucking video. You shouldn't be like looking through the comments and worrying about it. Yeah.
Exactly. It just kind of is like telling that he does care that people are critical of him, but like he's like he's telling us his excuse for why he ignores it, basically. But
no,
he's
it's projection.
sensitive.
I think it's projection. Yeah.
Figure out a way to get the attention. If you want to fuck with people, you'll figure out how to fuck with people. This isn't like some secret sauce, really. There's a few different strategies of dealing with concern trolls. You can obviously.
I'm sorry, Bagel. The Jack's Films video was based. I was there in that stream. It was based. Jack's Films is annoying.
Try to look into their post history, and if they don't come across as credible, if all their post history is wiped, then you can just say, I'm going to err on the side of you're trolling me. When I listen to Tim Pool, he has like a little bit of a theory on, the left versus right and who is doing more concern trolling.
The right has their concern trolls, but it's rare. It rarely happens. On the left, it's endless because people like Patton Oswalt don't care about principle.
Now, I don't fully buy into what Tim Pool is selling here. You can kind of look at the political spectrum as like a spectrum of concern, and people on the left seem to be generally more concerned than people.
That is such a fucking politically brain rotted take.
Everything is political, and my side of everything is always right. Take that
on the left. We're just so empathetic, and we care. It's like that scene in The Office. I care too much. I'm too good at my job.
I've painted myself as the base Chad. They're like, fucking fuck you. This guy's what a fucking idiot.
This is so stupid.
People on the right. You could say that people on the right are mostly concerned about themselves. That might be like a fair.
Oh yeah. Fuck off, dude.
I don't even consider. I consider myself to be left wing, and the reason I don't say that publicly is because people like you make me look retarded.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Like if I go to work and I'm like, I lean left wing, everyone's gonna think I like am you. They're gonna think I'm you, and that's fucking humiliating.
Yeah, seriously.
Assessment. If you're somewhere over here where Tim Pool's at, all you got to do to concern troll him is take one step to the left. That's it. I think concern trolling is in the eye of the beholder. With this example, you have Tim Pool thinking that Patton Oswalt is being concern trolled by his audience, or a portion, maybe like a small segment of people.
This is what happens when you fall for this stuff.
Wait, who cares about this? Who cares about Patton Oswalt?
I literally am lost.
What does this have to do with his point that he's making? Like, I feel like I get his point already. He's saying like, yeah, concern trolling is bad, and people in my comments are concern trolling me. That's like the whole video.
He literally just doesn't know how to make content anymore. Like he doesn't know what his video is about. Now it's about the beginning was about creator clash and how he actually is epic and cool and did nothing wrong. And now he's like getting into the topic of the video and he's talking about how Republicans are bad.
Yeah.
And how trolling them is easy because they're not concerned about anything.
Yeah, on the left. Yeah,
Like,
on the left,
yeah,
we accidentally concern troll all the time because we're just so concerned. Like, what the
actually
fuck?
people on the left can't concern. That's what he's saying. That is what he's saying. I figured it out. He's saying that you can't concern troll Tim because he's right wing.
Okay.
And if you're concerned about something that a right wing guy is saying, you inherently have to be giving a left opinion.
Yeah,
and left
you're
people are
empathetic.
always genuinely concerned.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's what he's saying.
That is what
That's
he's saying. Wait, that
That is what
actually
he's
makes
saying.
sense. Okay.
He's a fucking idiot. He's so stupid.
Patton Oswalt falls for it. He is a weak man.
But Patton Oswalt doesn't feel that way. You know, he sees it as authentic concern, which is why he addresses it.
Who gives a fuck? Can we skip
By
this?
the way, the
Patton
concern is
Oswalt?
basically just people are uncomfortable with his association with Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle did some transphobic or said
You
some
can't
transphobic
concern
shit.
troll
Tim Pool has
right
such a fucking
wingers
low emotional
because
IQ
left
that
wingers are always concerned. We get it. Okay, cool. I move on now, idubbbz.
He doesn't realize it isn't a big deal to listen to what other people are saying and like adjust your behavior. It's all up to our own fucking discretion, right? Like if you aren't to the point, Tim, where you know you don't want to apologize for fucking anything.
So people are just saying like, yeah, I think it's really bad. I'm just really worried. I love your comedy. I'm just really worried because you hung out with Dave Chappelle, and that like is pretty concerning to me and like really bad because it could hurt some people's feelings. And Tim Pool's like, yeah, these people are just concern trolling you. You can just ignore them. They're stupid. And idubbbz is like, no, it's not possible that they're concern trolling him. It's not possible. They're just genuinely concerned.
By the way,
because all left-leaning people are genuinely concerned, therefore they can never concern troll. That's his takeaway.
That is his take. That is his take. I'm actually shocked.
So when
I
you
watched this
concern
earlier.
when you concern troll idubbbz, now that he's a hard lefty, you are concern trolling him because
you're
clearly
always
have to be a right winger.
Yeah.
But if idubbbz is concerned about you, aka Ethan Klein, clearly he's genuinely concerned, for he has the left-leaning opinion.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Podcast is basically saying like I'm not
Everything's
a problem.
political
But
with these
acting like
people.
that's the way the rest of the world needs to operate. It's like I think Patton Oswalt is doing just fine operating the way he's operating.
Wallow in it. Okay, Patton Oswalt? Never tell an offensive joke again. Never cross the line again. Good luck trying to figure out where that line is. Good luck. You won't find it. You give in to the concern trolls, and you will never work again.
This is what happened to Ethan.
Yeah,
this is what Ethan. Remember that like freaking Jordan Peterson
tweet. Yeah.
Yeah, he was literally right.
Yeah.
That's literally what Jordan Peterson said, and he was literally right.
I had that on my last stream. I streamed like a month ago with some other idubbbz H3 stuff, and yeah, he was 100% right. But yeah, I mean, I feel like when it comes to like comedy, especially, like comedy is very much so like it's very important to be able to make jokes about like as many things as possible, not to police comedy at all. I don't know. That's what I think. But so I mean, Tim Pool is just probably agrees with that, and that's like a fair thing to say. Like, oh, you're a comedian, you're gonna dissociate from like another comedian because their jokes were like mildly offensive to a group of people.
No, and he's right. They are concerned trolling. They're just acting like they're concerned because they don't like what you're saying, and they're trying to make you think about it. Like,
yeah, totally.
Funny too, because Patton Oswalt has been doing comedy since Tim Pool was in fucking diapers. What the fuck are we talking about? Can we please, like, I don't know. It feels like people like Tim Pool love to appeal to like authority all the time. In this scenario, can we please appeal to authority or acknowledge that this guy has tremendous authority over you in the world of comedy?
Unless you think comedy is saying like, I went to a Jewish bakery the other day. They had bagels. Really good, really impressed with it. That's the comedy you're headed for. That's the joke South Park made, and even South Park has started pulling its punches. Let me tell you about the real world, my friends. Get woke, go broke.
One of the reasons that I'm bringing this up is because
it's a little bit of a tangent, but I sometimes when I'm scrolling, when I'm doom scrolling on Reddit on my phone, I get videos recommended from random subreddits, and one of the ones that I keep getting for some reason is the stand-up comedy subreddit, and the stand-up comedy subreddit is terrible because it's Reddit, so of course, you know, they believe very firmly that there's certain things that you can't joke about. So all of the stand-up on Reddit that gets upvoted is just like this ultra sanitized, like all they joke about is like sex and like super clean stuff, and the comedians are just like not that funny.
oh, so cool stuff, approved edgy stuff. Like sex is cool. Everyone should just have tons and tons of sex. There's never going to be any problems with that.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, it was it's bad.
because after the content...
But that's what happens when you sanitize comedy. You start making more and more things off limits.
Well, I don't understand why idubbbz is trying to leverage this guy's comedic career on how to handle online comments and backlash, which Tim Pool is very, very familiar with. Not that I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, Tim Pool's so smart, but like it's irrelevant. Like the way he is trying to compare these two people to give credibility to the person that is on his side of the argument is irrelevant, because I don't see how being really good at comedy makes you like know how to handle criticism better inherently.
Yeah.
So irrelevant. Bad point, idubbbz.
Concern trolls. They're trying to impact things in the real world. They're trying to, make people crash out, as I was kind of indicating in my video. But I will say, one of the concern trolls was super fucking obvious to me. They came into the Discord. I'll read you what they put so you can kind of get a vibe for what a concern troll might sound like. Now, this comment is in reference to me saying that I think he needs a good ass whooping. What are we saying? He needs a hug? No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs. They say, just being for real, this line in the video was pretty strange. Red flag number 1. At worst, it's a call for physical assault. At best, it's very toxic masculinity-esque. It just comes across as parody, right? This was literally no one's concern ever.
I don't think this was a concern troll.
Yeah,
that
what?
literally sounds like the type of... I don't think this is a concern troll. This legitimately feels like someone that would like be watching idubbbz.
Right. Yeah.
Like the type of person that idubbbz would be into an idubbbz video.
Yeah.
Like they hate. I mean, everybody hates violence. Like legit. Like that sounds like really cringe to say, but like in society in general, there is no reward for violence.
Right.
It really isn't. You're never in the better. You are never better off hitting someone versus walking away. That's like a legitimate thing.
Yeah, and like you said, like idubbbz has pandered to these types of people, and like he talks about how toxic masculinity is bad. This is something that he talks about on his podcast and in his videos now. So of course, like somebody from his audience might be like, huh, well, I just thought that was a little hypocritical because you say you care about toxic masculinity, but you're threatening to beat this guy up.
And out of all the examples for him to give, that is like the weirdest one, because idubbbz 100,000 million% could bring up tons and tons of examples of concern trolling that are obvious and clear.
Yeah.
And that wasn't one of them.
Right.
He's coping. The whole video is just him coping and crying, dude.
Yeah.
Ass whooping is what he needs. Either way, it doesn't seem to align with Ian's mentality towards being more progressive and against harassment. You see what I mean? It's
it doesn't.
It doesn't. Whoa, you might have been irresponsible here. You might need to take accountability for what you've put out on the internet. Never mind the point that you were making in the video. I think you need to repent.
The thing is, though, like,
what was the point? The point was you think he needs an ass whooping.
He might be saying like, oh, I was joking here, but it's like that didn't come across as like that much of a joke. Because you're not funny.
It's fine that he was joking, but yeah, I mean, he's the I don't even want to be mean to people through content cop guy.
Yeah.
And then he's in a content cop going, I think the person I'm talking about right now needs to get his fucking ass kicked. That is very contrary to like the image that he's been desperately trying to put out recently.
Did he ever even say anything like that before, like in his old stuff?
No. You know, he's a fucking pussy.
I know that he like tried to fight Jinx or something, didn't he? Like he was like, yeah, I'll meet you here.
Said he would fight cancer. Said we'll fight cancer, and then idubbbz pretended to have cancer.
Yeah.
Or you're called to violence. I don't think any creator should make that kind of statement unless they have a very good reason to do so, morally speaking, because you never know what one of your fans might do. It's quite dangerous. I mean, to someone who hasn't been through the ringer of concern trolling, I'm sure this could like upset or confuse someone, but this is just fucking drivel. I honest to God just think his vid and the whole intention would have been better without that in it. I don't see why he said that. Ugh. Of course, this is a new user to our Discord.
It would have been so easy to cut it out too. Like it doesn't add anything to the video. It's not funny. It's like.
And I think this is a legitimate comment. I think a better example of concern trolling would be when a bunch of people called Child Protective Services on Ethan Klein and pretended that a multi-millionaire living in an LA mansion that's fully staffed with maids and nannies was letting his kids roll around in shit.
Yeah.
I think that was a way better example of concern trolling. Those are all of idubbbz friends, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that was a totally legitimate thing to be concerned about. I think that's a better example of concern trolling.
So no post history. So we got to get creative. You reverse search the username and you find that they have a Twitter. Their Twitter is suspended. The Blue Sky account, though, has tweets like, so how long until Destiny gets banned from this app? Hashtag DGG. Hashtag Dalaban.
Destiny mentioned.
Tankies are already terrified of arriving Dalaban forces. Following back all liberals. Hashtag DGG. Now, the reason that these posts are relevant is because Destiny is quite famous for saying very unhinged, offensive shit, and he doesn't really seem to care that much about it.
Don't pretend like you care about mental health or any of that cringe shit. Just be based. Tell people to kill.
he just wanted an excuse to talk about Destiny and to remind everyone
Yeah.
that he's Team Hassan now.
You know what? That's what the shit of it is.
Hmm.
He actually does know what he's doing because the audience that he's trying to capture, like Hassan's audience, they will eat this up. He's saying all the right words. Tim Pool, Destiny, Tim Pool, Destiny, Republicans, Trump. Ew. That's it. That's literally what he knows. He's got this, dude. He's gonna make the comeback.
This Destiny clip is really funny, by the way.
Kill themselves.
To care that much about it.
Don't pretend like you care about mental health or any of that cringe shit. Just be based. Tell people to kill themselves. Make fun of people who are on SSRIs. Make fun of people who have depression, anxiety, or GD. Just do that. Just embrace the I can't say the words on stream anymore. All the slurs and everything. Just do that. Go full in on it.
Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Like, true. Do that.
No comment.
And say that I don't think this user is actually worried about the language I'm using. I don't think that they're concerned.
Why? Because he also follows
toxic
Destiny.
masculinity.
I mean, I kind of see that.
So I watch Sam Hyde, so that means I hate fucking Jewish people.
Right.
Like I can't I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. There's lots of people that I watch because I think they're funny or I like something about their content. I don't agree with all of the takes they've ever had.
Yeah.
You can't watch Destiny and make jokes about Destiny without fucking agreeing with everything Destiny said.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with that. Like, dude, this video is fucking shit. It's awful. It's like he stretched that one so fucking thin to try to make the point that this guy's obviously a concern troll. And that's the only example that he has is that he like literally go back to what he was saying on Blue Sky. He was like saying what did he say that was controversial other than the one thing that was like Destiny?
He just basically he's saying like, yeah, this guy's a Destiny fan and he's concerned trolling because he's saying that he cares about my language and toxic masculinity and violence, but Destiny doesn't care about that stuff.
Yeah, and this guy tweeted one time about Destiny on Blue Sky, so clearly that means he agrees with every single thing that Destiny's ever said.
Yeah.
But what was the other two examples? They were fucking shit.
Tankies are terrified.
Fucking okay, so like he's a DGGer. I don't know. I don't think it's good enough evidence to suggest he's a concern troll.
Yeah. All liberals, #DGG. Now, the reason that these posts are relevant is because Destiny is quite famous for saying very unhinged, offensive shit, and he doesn't really seem to care that much about it.
Don't pretend like you care about mental health or any of that cringe shit. Just be based. Tell people to kill themselves. Make fun of people who are on SSRIs. Make fun of people who have depression, anxiety, or GD. Just do that. Just embrace the I can't say the words on stream anymore. All the slurs and everything. Just do that. Go full in on it.
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think this user...
Why did Destiny have to become a weirdo? I mean, he was always a fucking weirdo, but...
worried
this point's stupid.
I don't think that they're concerned
why would the fact that this guy is a fan of Destiny, I know he just explained it, but that is the thinnest fucking thing to poke through. Fucking this guy's acting like he's concerned, and Destiny said mean things about people with mental illness, therefore there's no way that this person could ever be concerned about anyone.
Right.
Got him. Like that doesn't make any sense, dude. Like you're a fucking moron, dude. You're like literally stupid.
See you, Bagel.
Toxic masculinity-esque.
Make fun of people who are on SSRIs.
And I kind of don't think that they're worried about a cult of violence.
I think make fun of people that are on SSRIs is such a funny line too. Make fun of people that are on SSRIs.
I don't know, man. I think that shit's probably bad for you. I'd probably stay away from it.
I fully agree with that. That's my my controversial take.
I'm not a professional, but
I
never seen anybody get on SSRIs and in 2 years later they're doing better.
No, 100%.
I've never seen it. They say that they're doing better because they can sit in their room all day and stare at a screen and smoke pot and feel good about themselves. Yeah. Like, oh my God, you're on drugs now and you feel better. Crazy. Wow, what a concept.
I think the same thing about Adderall. I think like Adderall and ADHD meds are pretty destructive, and I don't think that they have as many benefits as people say. People are way over medicated on them, and they're way too defensive over their Adderall. Like, well, it helps me. I swear it does.
I think that if you have a problem, you should probably try and fix the thing that's causing the problem. And the very, 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 very last step of figuring that out is getting on drugs.
Yeah.
I think that's the last step. People usually make that the first step. It's probably like, I'm depressed. Is my room clean? Oh, let me clean my room. Still depressed. Am I exercising? Like literally, like there's 100 things to try before you go to a doctor and get fucking chemically lobotomized.
Oh, for sure.
Newsflash, everybody! If you don't have a fucking brain, like mentally retarded people are really happy. Have you ever met one?
Yep.
Just think about that. I don't know.
Find me doing a call to violence.
Tell people to kill themselves.
They actually might even be encouraged by a call to violence, if I had to guess. I can only speculate based on hashtag Taliban, which is just some racist Twitter group. Ultimately, concern troll.
Racist Twitter group.
Racist Twitter group. I'm not familiar.
That's just like I'm pretty sure that's just like a meme name that DGGers give themselves. Like, oh, we're the Taliban, we're the meme squad. Like,
yeah, I'd have to see some examples that the group. You can't just say they're a racist Twitter group and move on. You have to show me. I don't know who
literally
the fuck they
like
are. I'm certainly not taking your word for it.
They're literally like progressives. Like Destiny's a left-wing guy. They're very against racism, but they do make some like racist jokes and stuff. But I guess idubbbz can't tell the difference anymore.
I don't know. Anyone that just calls someone racist when they're criticizing them and then moves on right away, that's a red flag to me.
For sure.
Trolling is just saying something in bad faith. It's very similar to tone policing or sea lining. But I didn't really want to talk about those because those feel different to me for some reason. Specifically sea lining.
Yeah, I use those. I love those. I openly use those, so I don't want to talk about them quickly.
What sea lining is a type of trolling?
I don't know what sea lining is, but I know what the other one is.
Pursuing people with relentless requests for evidence, often tangential or previously addressed, while maintaining a. Wait, is this Queeman? Is this Queeman?
I hate when people ask for evidence. It's the fucking worst, man. I hate when people say. I hate when I have to tell people I didn't steal money from Creator Clash, and then they ask me for evidence. It's fucking traumatizing.
Well, I kind of get the why sea lining is like a thing, because people will be like, show me evidence for this claim. Show me evidence for this claim. It's like, okay, well, yeah, here you go, I guess. Oh, this evidence isn't good enough. This isn't real evidence. Show me evidence. Like, and they can do that.
That's just being a fucking like dense moron.
Yeah, it's just being a debate.
Like
pervert.
that's just like, dude, like, why do you care?
Yeah.
I think 3 times now, and I still don't fucking. I mean, I get it. I just can't recall it easily. So in my mind, that means it's stupid. It's not working. I can't bust it out in the middle of a heated argument and say, you're sea lining me. See, it's because you grew whiskers in the middle of this debate. That means you're sea lining me.
Good example of sea lining is when Ethan. A good example of sea lining is when Ethan and Hassan were debating, and Ethan kept playing the clip of Hassan doing the thing that Ethan said he did, and then every like 2 seconds after the clip played, Hassan would frantically be like, I didn't say that. And then Ethan would just play the clip again.
That was so funny.
Dude, he literally was like, if I give it a couple minutes and say I didn't say the thing that he literally just had a video of me saying, then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are sea lining. I mean, there you go. It feels like 2 people getting into a shouting match is more
sounds like idubbbz is a debate pervert
than whatever the fuck
it really does. He also said something earlier like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Whip this out in a debate? Like, when have you ever debated anyone, idubbbz?
I think he should.
That would be funny.
Cool.
Problematic part of being a concern troll is them taking
I think he would turn
a moderate
red.
Position potentially, because at that point you're just
Like
being
a
a party
pimple.
pooper or
Yeah,
like
probably.
a killjoy, a buzzkill. Like, we're familiar with these types of people. They're just constantly reeling people in because they're worried that they're using like too crazy or
Okay, who cares about this? Who cares?
We all could use people in our lives to like reel us in a bit. The aspect of concern trolling that bothers me the most is the role-playing aspect. There isn't really a lot of incentive to not be anonymous online. There are some people out there who've made the unconscious choice to be like, my online profile is just an extension of who I am in the real world. And then there are all the people who consciously decide to stay anonymous. Now, for some of these people, it's just like, I want to be safe and I really don't want to take that plunge. Fair enough. But then there are the people who are like, not only am I not going to be myself, I'm going to be someone else. You know, I'm going to be someone else so that I can fuck with this community.
That is the funniest fucking...
Shittest, fuckest, she, they, trans, Trump fan.
Trump fan, Elon.
That's pretty good.
idubbbz. Let me explain something to you quick. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's fun. He did that because it's funny.
This person is anonymous, so there must be concern trolling me.
Characters.
This person is anonymous.
Is not like,
no, it's funny.
Oh, like you're a clever, smart guy who has infiltrated the opposing faction. You're like the spy.
No, it's about being funny, you fucking idiot.
What you actually are is you're like Steven Crowder in a wig at a women's only event, thinking that they're making some kind of grand point.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
No, he's funny. What point is Stinky Chunkus trying to make on Twitter, you fucking moron? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I feel like that's just like not even concern trolling. That's just like straight up trolling at that point. My name is Shittest Fuckus.
idubbbz. that is that user waving up a flag that says "Don't take me too seriously, bro," and you're like picking it apart. Like you're like
how could they hide behind this secret identity online?
And I am here at the Women's March.
It has to get political again. This is the example he has to use. He has to get political.
And we quickly found out that nobody questions, criticizes, nor runs security background checks on trannies.
The reason someone like Steven Crowder gets into this position is not because of his cunning. It's because people are like, oh, you're a fucking weirdo freak. I'm staying, 20 feet away from you at all times. Or
dude, Steven Crowder does really love wearing drag.
He loves dressing up like a drag. Yeah,
he's too into it.
Pick the one right-leaning guy that all the right-leaning people fucking hate now.
Yeah.
Like fucking Steven Crowder is like not on dude. Oh god, like he likes wearing a dress a lot.
He could actually be trans, and that would mean that actually that video according to idubbbz would mean that he's not out of place at that women's rally.
Well, I just don't even see how he had to stretch his line of logic so fucking thin to just shove right winger Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, Trump, Steven Crowder, Tim Pool. Okay, cool idubbbz. Everything's political, cool, based.
You can just tell this is like all he thinks about. Everything that he talks about is all in the context of politics. Like it's just so sad to see.
I think he's just doing what he's always done, though, Juice. I think this is all idubbbz has ever done. I think he just says the things that he knows people want to hear. I think that's what he was doing all the way back at fucking Content Cop.
That's definitely possible.
He goes online and he sees all of like the safe opinions that like he knows people want to hear, and then he jams that into a fucking video. And it worked on us because he used to be trying to appeal to us.
Possibly,
and now he's not.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so everything like nothing like that. Just I think it's what he's always done because clearly he's not been able to stick with any of his opinions or positions on anything.
My response to that though would be like the Leafy Content Cop thing was like everybody thought that he was going to be criticized much more for that because nobody was talking about
then, Ethan Klein struck first on that one, and then idubbbz came in afterwards. He didn't even throw the first punch. He like came in after after H3 proved that was a safe fucking hit, safe punch. He took it afterwards.
Yeah.
He didn't even deliver the initial fucking jab. H3 started it, cleared the way for idubbbz, and then idubbbz fucking went in and did it.
Apparently my audio...
That wasn't a brave video.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I'm just trying to think. My audio's all fucked up. That sucks. Is it my microphone?
I'm thinking maybe you need to plug even better.
I unplugged and replugged it earlier because it wasn't... the levels weren't good, but...
Can you try the wiggling
around? Check.
Hello.
Shit is fuckus.
Shit is fuckus.
That's unfortunate that my audio is all fucked up. I was gonna make a stream highlight of you. But you know what?
Hold on, let me try to hear you.
Well, what I'm probably gonna do is after this video, I'm probably gonna get off because it's already like almost 9. But probably I will react to that full H3 podcast tomorrow because that's the thing. If I start watching that tonight, I'm not gonna be able to finish it anyways. Maybe if I watch it tomorrow, I can watch the whole thing and fix my audio and everything.
Your audio is very non-judgmental shit.
Yeah.
This we've had a streaming disaster.
I know. What's going on?
Yeah.
This microphone, it should not sound like
We're Son Pikering it up in here, dude. We're just chilling.
Yeah, we really are.
We're just bullshitting together. We're hanging out, dude. We're bullshitting at the new wave.
Maybe I should just stream like 12 hours a day every day, like Hassan, and just say whatever I'm thinking about.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to remember how to fucking set everything up.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mental person, and I'm not going to ask any questions about whatever you got going on here.
We could get away with anything, go anywhere, act any way we wanted, and we were really able to learn what today's progressive issues are all about.
And I guess in this case, it's a massive own. He's proven that people are tolerant of him. Having said that, I think we can end this video on a positive note. I'm proposing that fucking with people might be a way for some of these concern trolls to indulge in things and lifestyles that they never thought were possible because they're so opposed to them. So by pretending to be the very thing that you hate, you might actually gain some sympathy, or you might be like, oh, actually, the people in this community I kind of fuck with. All right, guys, that is going to do it.
What? That has not ever happened once. That has not ever happened once.
the write-up's complaint.
This video is just bad. I don't really. There's not really much more to say, man. This video is a fucking mess. It's not good and it's bad. Yeah, man.
Yeah, guys, that's it. I can't do any more tonight. I'm gonna fix my audio. We'll be back tomorrow night to watch the actual full H3 thing. I have it downloaded, so in case worst case scenario he deletes it or something, I still got it. All right, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Thanks for coming on, Joe Schmo. Everybody follow Joe Schmo, me Joe Schmo on YouTube.
Yeah, give me fucking money, you losers.
Subscribe to Joe or become a member of Joe Schmo. All right.
Yeah, just throw me money.
Good night, guys.